here to sit up straight.
Welcome to the LDM Show. Is this thing on? Unmute. Did you unmute? Because I don't. Okay, now I hear myself. All righty. All right. So welcome to the LDM Show. And again, I got my boy Will Davis here from
up?
XY101. Check out Monday. Well, you
10
can't
p.m.
watch. You got to listen.
Yeah, you gotta listen. It's a
You
podcast.
gotta listen to the podcast XY101 on the LDMradio.com, on iHeartRadio and other platforms. I think the third week is a good week because we really got into the conversation.
We did.
That was a woman versus man type battle. I think it was the third week. So check out, but each week is a real good topics that we had. So, but I know the third week, which would be like the second or the third week of June. That one was, that was a good conversation we had. So come and check that out as well. That's XY101. 101.
Yeah, it's not the letter O. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they're pressing O probably. You know what I mean? So I got to let them know. 0. But welcome for another week. We're having a good time with this weather.
I'm loving the weather.
Yeah.
I'm loving it a lot.
I like it because it's not too hot, not too cold. You know what I mean?
I mean, the other day it was kind of chilly when we first went outside, and I'm like, where did summer disappear to after like?
Well, this morning too. This morning was kind of windy. So, but check that out. But today we're gonna be talking a couple of things, a little bit of wrestling too.
Okay.
Childhood stuff that we did. But we're going to go real quick to Word on the Street today. I got to bring something up.
Uh-oh.
So here we go. Oh, we got the engineer talking about, hold on. We live. All right. Well, Word on the Street so far. Back in the days, people were taking energy drinks with like Hennessy's and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I love a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah, and but some people were dying from it. Some people were over exaggerating. Now, guess who is trying them?
Who?
Elementaries and junior high.
Oh, of course.
It's not a good thing to at all, really, with some of them, especially with anything. If you take too much or you don't know your own body for it, this is why a lot of people were dying. This is why a lot of people were falling out. Because you got to think about it.
Taking an upper and a downer at
Yeah.
the same time.
This put it in a bucket. Because I was going to bring a show and tell type of thing.
Uh-oh.
But get a bucket. Hey, Rosa, how we doing? Put a little ball in there. And just go like this with it. After a while. Right? You know how the ball goes in a circle? And it just stays there. But now, your energy drink. Now, do this real quick. What happens to it? That thing goes, and it starts shooting out.
Yeah.
Or it dents the bottles and stuff. That's your heart. Your heart is like, what the hell is going on? So a lot of people, you taking these energy drinks thinking it's supposed to keep you up. Yeah. But it's not supposed to have you try to run a marathon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the problem. People are drinking this and saying, yay, let me go play. No. Now you doubled your heart with the energy drink. Now you're going to triple the heart with your running.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people are falling down, collapsing. Kids from elementary to junior high, maybe mid-high school, they are very active.
Very. Especially the athletes, and they're the ones who do it a lot.
Right. They are very active. So please do not take it, and watch your kids. Because in my son's school, they was like, you can't bring juice. So, you know me.
You can't bring juice.
No, but you know me. I went to the school. What do you mean I can't? Didn't I tell you I don't govern it with the governor or the school? I don't co-parent. She was like, no, we're not talking about your kids, the little ones. We're talking about the junior high. They can't bring these bottles and saying it's juice. It has to be clear bottles now. Mm-hmm. That's what they're trying to say.
Oh, okay.
I was like, but whoever explained it to my son explained it wrong. She said, yeah, I know. A lot of the parents came up to us. So they're not allowing no more. It has to be like this, like a clear bottle.
Right.
So they can see what's in it. Because they've been
bubbles,
hiding, right? They've been hiding these energy drinks inside, and I guess they had a couple kids collapse already.
So here's my thing: if they raise the age on whippets, if they raise the age on all this stuff, why don't they raise the age for purchase on energy drinks? Because I've never seen a memo or anything pop up that says that energy drinks can only be purchased by even 18-year-olds and up. The same way they did with tobacco when I was in high school or alcohol. I've never seen that.
Yeah, and they need to. Anything that you notice that people are starting to use out of its norm, it should be. As soon as you found out that they were using with Hennessy and all that, it should have been raised up.
I'm just saying.
An energy drink is like a drug. Anything that enhances your body, to me, it's a drug.
But they were taking cough syrup and at least putting that in a safe place, right? Like
right.
Now the NyQuil and whatnot is stored with the key in most stores. Granted, a minor I think is still allowed to purchase it, perhaps with a note, but like you can't just readily grab it. The Robitussin, the this, the that, and the third, right?
Yeah, testing ain't for everything now.
Right, but if you can do that with cough medicine, why can't you do that with, energy drinks? The same reason you can put in the same area even as the 21 and up stuff, the beers and stuff, because those are supposed to be monitored or in a locked whatever at 7-Elevens. I don't know.
Yeah,
it seems easily preventable. Is all I'm saying.
It's true. It's true. And maybe since this world, you got to put a label saying that this is glue. Do not put it in your hair. I think they need to do something like that with the energy drinks.
To be fair, they did put something that said, "Don't do this," and she did it.
Yeah, well, she's dumb.
We know this. This is
in all things. Just watch what your kids are drinking. Watch what they're doing, because this world, there's no leaders. So you got a bunch of followers and following the wrong path.
That's funny you mentioned that because someone pointed that out the other day. Is if you look at social media, you never really see anybody, that says leader. It's always just followers and following.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
follow me. Follow me. There's nothing to say, hey, let's go be together or let's go together.
You know what the sign is like. If someone is a trendsetter, they have more followers than people they're following.
Yeah.
You're still following somebody if you think about it.
True. That is true. You have to follow someone, right?
Right.
And even the like you just said, the trends that they do, ain't it them following someone else?
Usually, yeah. There are hardly any actual trendsetters.
Yeah. And then no one knows who was the original person that started it.
No, of course not.
And
everybody wants credit for it.
Oh yeah. Hey, because energy drinks are considered sports drinks. Well,
that's Gatorade.
I was gonna say that's Gatorade and all that. Energy drinks. The only reason why they promoted it as sports, it was like Red Bull and all that. Red Bull gives you wings. Think about it. How many people died of Red Bulls? They got their wings.
I'm just saying, Red Bull never marketed itself as a sports drink.
Well, they didn't market themselves, but some of the commercials, they show people running. They show people getting energy. So,
But that's because the wings joke was to go with Nike and Hermes and all that stuff.
Right.
But that doesn't... I've never once heard that Red Bull was marketed the same way as Gatorade or Powerade, right? Those
were actually sports, yeah.
Right? These were just mostly like something that's going to give a pep to your step when you're down. That's different. And honestly, if you were to ask me, that would be like a student using energy drinks the same way that they use perks when they want to study for a test, right? Because the natural version of energy drinks is vitamin B. So we're talking like pineapple juice, right? But you have to drink it over the course of the day, and it just keeps your body kind of like leveled throughout, where energy drink is a spike. But you can do the same thing with candy. You can do the same thing with even various cocktails and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily on them for creating a product that's, already being used in just another way or form. Because they've never marketed themselves as a sports drink. They weren't like, this is specifically for athletes and this will help you in your game. They never did that.
Yeah.
Never.
You just definitely want to watch what your kids are drinking and everything. Because, again, energy drinks pump up your heart. And if you're active as it is, especially a young one, your heart is not used to being pumped over.
Yeah.
You're
overworking it.
Right. So it's just like exercising your body and your muscles. You have to exercise your heart. You got to let your heart know. Once in a while, I'm going to pump it up, like this. So if you're going to throw something else in it, it's going to be harder for you. So you just want to be careful with that and just watch your kids, what they're doing. Because, again, they have a bunch of followers. And we need to push them to try to be leaders.
In general, if you're a parent, just pay more attention to your kids. Just in general, not just the drinks, but
in general.
A reason a lot of this stuff starts is because you aren't aware of it. So just take a little more time to notice the little things.
Like for the parents, there's no such thing as being nosy. There's no such thing as they need their own their own space. they need to we need to trust. No, there ain't no such thing.
Okay.
Especially as you were a teenager. How
I-
many times you left and did bad things?
Actually, I really was a pretty good teen. That's
Okay.
why my parents. That's why my parents. I mean, I was the type of kid where my parents would let me stay out with my friends until 2 a.m. because I started hanging out with people who live on like the Upper West Side with really rich families. Like, I was a good teen.
Right.
Now my friends did wild crap. But
Yeah.
when I was with them, my aunt wouldn't even let my cousins go outside unless they.
You're welcome, James.
So.
Yeah. But you know, and all because there are certain things that I was a good kid, but sometimes I used to go far away.
Oh yeah, I always went far.
Or one time I was going to get into a fight. So there's certain things or things that I seen. Like, you know, I don't even know if I was supposed to be here doing all the stunts I was doing. Jumping off
probably not.
2-floor windows, you know, jet skiing and all these sports stuff. Because
stuff like that I did. I definitely
yeah,
did.
you know, that's what I'm saying. Like all these things that I thought, because I wanted to be a stunt man at first. And then I was like, yeah. Once I broke that first leg with the skateboard doing a wall ride, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be a stunt man. But I kept on doing it. But my mom didn't know I was doing it.
Of course not.
You know, but she knew where I was at and all that. You know.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got away with stuff. Is that I played a lot of sports, so any injury that I may have gotten doing like stunts and stuff like that, they were just like, oh,
she
he
knew
plays
it was from a
football,
sport,
basketball, whatever. I mean, I never really did dumb stuff. You know, like the stuff that gets you arrested.
Yeah,
Never.
no.
But yeah, I definitely lived.
But
I wasn't a prude.
Yeah, definitely just pay attention. I don't care if your kid doesn't want to speak to you.
That's
Hey,
cool.
well then give me your phone. Why are you taking my phone? Because I want to know what you've been doing.
I asked you a question. You didn't want
don't
to
wanna
give me
answer?
answers, so now I'm gonna get the answer.
Listen.
That's simple.
Like the one video that I seen that the guy knocked on the door and said, "Oh man, that was cool." And the kid was like, "What?" He says, "Your mom was telling me that you're a man now, you know, because you wanted to talk." And as he was talking to him, he's taking out the door. He's taking the door off. Yeah, I heard you. Like, you private, you want your privacy and all this. Click, that is so cool. And he was like, where you going with the door? He said, oh, when you pay rent, you can get the door back.
Right. Because
But you don't pay rent, so you don't get no door. There's no privacy in this house. You're a kid.
I think that's the same guy who did a video with his son, just like, oh, so your mother told me you bumped into her.
Yeah, that's the same guy. That's the same guy. Yeah. They had two people that do that. There's a couple that that does stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because the couple came in the room and she was like, "Oh, we're leaving." And he was like, "Wait, but you didn't even ask me if I wanted to go with you." The kid said, "He's like, I didn't ask you to want to go. You know, you're your own man, right?" And then she starts laughing. Honey, come here. Look. He think he your own man, and we supposed to tell him when we going out. And they start cracking up. You know, they start cracking up and everything. They was like, oh yeah, we supposed to tell him, and he's not supposed to tell him. Ah, this is so funny. You know, bye, and then laugh.
Yep.
They was like, no, they kids, so make sure you do that. Let them know. And then some people don't know that, you know, I'm live and I forgot to hang up the phone. I love doing that. I should have talked to them.
Just a little bit.
Or telemarketing. Hey, what you want to sell me online? But see, now I got to go back to my notes. Okay, here we go.
Do not disturb.
I know, right? Do not disturb. But that was what I, had for a word on the street. But also, be careful what you wish for, type of thing. The dumb mayor. Didn't this guy last summer try to put tents in Orchard Beach for the immigration?
Yeah.
Try to put it towards Brooklyn for the immigrations. Try to put it in Manhattan for the immigrations.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden he's trying to stop shelters for having immigrants.
Whoa.
Now he wants to he wants to stop the law to stop shelter rights to shelter law. And this it's not really a law, so I don't know why they're saying the law because it's not in Congress or nothing like that. But it's like, okay, if I built a shelter, I have the rights to put people who I want in the shelter. So it was like an unspoken law.
Right.
So he went to court to try to talk to the Supreme Court to tell them to stop this. That's to me a slope, because if they would sign that and say yeah, then what happens to the homeless people that supposed to be in there that are Americans? So now they got to get out because there's no shelters.
I think the issue becomes
money. He's not getting money from the shelters. That's what I think it is.
in the end, that's what it always is. I think the shelters make more money for asylum cases than they do for the homeless.
Right.
Right. And so they want to take the asylum cases so they can make the money. I mean, you know, it was supposed to be something temporary, and now it's looking like it's going to be at least a minimum 5-year project. All these asylum cases between, you know, stuff in Latin America and stuff in Europe going on. These, you know, I think even the mayor even pushed some of it up to, like, he pushed it. Not like they asked for it or agreed to it, but they were trying to, like, whatever he wants up in Yonkers, right? They're trying to take them, you know, it's a thing now. So all these people are supposed to be coming to New York, right? Like Ellis Island's still open, and then the people that are here, they're already treating them like crap anyway in the same system. But if the shelters think they can get money for renovations and get more subsidies from these asylum cases, why not? Because that's become state and federal.
Yeah, you know, and I understand this world was built on immigrants and stuff like that. But I always say, don't worry about too much the past, because we can't fix that. We have to worry about now and the future. Now is against the law. We have to abide by the law, right? So we can't change that. You can't change the history. If you want to change anything, change the now.
Yeah.
So change the law about we can't not have immigrants coming over. That's what you need to fight for. Not, everybody, we were built with immigrants. Oh, yeah, I know that. Okay. We already know that. We know Christopher Columbus never discovered America. We know the white people killed the Indians. We know all that. You know what I mean? We know all this. So let's worry about the now. The now is against the law to come in. But what happened was with the Americans here, the government want to hold these people and talking about, we're going to give you your papers. Taking mad years to get them their papers. Even the people that fought in Vietnam, still some of them don't have their papers. And that was what they agreed on when they went. And they were supposed to get it. So now all these other immigrants came, and now you're trying to rush to get the ones that you already had. You're supposed to have been done already.
That's the reason why it's under asylum, because that actually expedites the process. So they're letting people who are lives are currently in danger jump and skip the line. I mean, I get it.
And then how many of them are currently in danger?
I mean, they're here.
Starvation?
They're here now.
Because before, asylum came out from like places like that because of like Africa and Jamaica and all that. What they call them, the guerrillas? The
guerrilla warfare.
The guerrilla warfare that they had with the people taking their kids to put them in. I can say, hey, I'm escaped.
So you want to tell me that the Ukrainians who are being bombarded by bombs in their cities wouldn't possibly just be dying right now?
And in Mexico, the only way I can see is like the cartel was trying to kill you.
But that's what they're saying. So a lot of these people.
But all those people who had a problem with cartel?
I mean, to be fair.
Goodness gracious.
No. No. To be fair, the way the cartel works is that if you mess up, your whole family messed up. So it's probably that there's like 15 people, and then we know how big Mexican families are.
That whole bus was just one house.
You see what I'm saying?
That was just one house. Just one house. Listen, but at all things, that's a slippery slope. Do not try to pass this law, because you're going to screw up the people that are homeless and here. People don't understand the problem. We already know. We have to find a solution, not a solution that's going to cause another problem.
What's one thing we know about the homeless in New York?
What? No, just to add to that, I read somewhere that they're going to block some of the streets all over New York.
Oh, yeah.
To build like tiny houses for people that's under asylum.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You're going to take away No, that's not cool. You're going to take away my streets and everything. Now I got to go around the block.
Look. That's what MTA is for. This only inconveniences drivers, so I don't care.
I'm gonna walk right. I'm gonna walk right through them. Sir, you can't come through here.
Yes, I can.
Who said that? I was born and raised in this. I'm gonna be a Karen. I was born and raised in this state. I'm gonna walk right by.
I mean, yeah.
Tom, where you going? Nowhere. You know what I mean?
I mean,
come on.
They're gonna need
they my people too. You know, they Latin. Okay, I'm supposed to be happy for them. And there's Africans. No,
but
there's England
people.
Day,
they are foreigners when we have New Yorkers who need to be taken care of.
Yeah, and not only that, the New York the United States foreigners that been here, and they still only got that one stage of paper. They haven't even got the rest yet because they prolonging it. The mayor is in the pockets of developers, realtors, because they are the ones who own these hotels, office buildings, and being used for housing. Exactly. That's why he's upset because of the shelters are taking them all. And the shelters, they building more shelters because he's not making money off of it.
No, he's not making enough money.
So don't all of a sudden now you're against it, but you were the one that was putting all these tents.
Your current mayor was a cop, right? And how many times have we heard about cops dipping in, for extra cash?
Extra cash. Listen.
Just saying.
Well, or again, once they become government official, they forget about everybody else. So
they didn't care about you in the beginning. They just showing their true colors. That's once they get in the door. We
said
about a lot of politics.
So now it's almost time to vote for either the demon or the devil, which I mean Republicans or Democrats, because they're both demon and devil.
Man.
So no matter who you pick, you're gonna get screwed. Everybody running to pick Biden because they don't want Republicans no more, but then they get screwed. We got screwed anyway. So no matter where you go, so you got to pick either the demon or the devil.
See, this is like George Bush all over again. You are blaming the wrong people.
I blame the voters. Vote for your neighbor. Just put them down. You can write someone down, right? Just write that person down.
But you see, that's not that.
What show was that? That comedy show that he was like, what?
Yeah, he wrote him in.
That he became president. What? It was a comedy.
I think that was a Chris Rock movie.
Right? Was it? Yeah. That he was president. He was like, what the hell happened here? You need to get somebody like that there.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like you have people who are career politicians, right? Like they just turn this into a job. They actually have an idea of the games that are being played. There's but so much good that can be done when you have to do all of this extra nonsense, right? Like all the different rules of, being royalty and stuff like that, and everybody's still trying to kill each other because, you need 10 people to die to be king or queen. Like
True.
To put a novice in there doesn't make much sense. I mean, all that really has to happen is that you have a community that works well, and they speak loud enough that other people say, hey, let's give this person who no one knows yet a shot. But picking your next door neighbor? Really?
Hey, he got us out of rent being higher. He got us to the building to be clean. That one person that got your building to do all this. Yeah. Maybe he can do better than these guys.
But you know what? That's actually how a lot of people start. They start in their like HOA or whatever the case may be. But that's something. Like if you're someone who really wants to make a change, I'm not saying just go out there and have people vote for you, but we do need you to gain experience.
See, James, that's the one problem that I always said. A lot of people worried about the president voting, but they never go for, even though they only do it like real quick. Tomorrow we're gonna be voting for the table. They don't even really broadcast it for weeks.
Of course not.
And those are the people that really make the law, because the president has to go to them to say the government has to go to them. So if you don't, and the mayor, if you do not pick the people that are sitting on the front table.
Yeah.
Those are the idiots. Those are the ones that are going to mess up everything.
It's usually small politics that matter to your daily life, right?
Right.
So if you pay attention to what's happening to you on a smaller scale, you'll actually start to affect more change on a grander scale.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Hey, listen, that's what we're going to have to go through. But we're going to go to the next subject that I had here. Who is more capable of letting go of their relationship, man or woman? And the reason why I say that is because my girl, Miley Cyrus, who's starting to look good, besides her voice, I can't really take her voice. Even when she was young, I couldn't really take her voice. Something about it. I don't know. Something about it, her voice. But, she hit the awkward stage with The Rock and this real skinny. Now she has the long hair looking nice back. But she made that song, I Can Buy Myself Flowers, which was to her boyfriend. So, her husband. Ex-husband, because, they were breaking up. He was leaving. He said, I really thought we could be together, and I was holding on. But then I realized I can buy myself flowers, meaning I realized I didn't need you.
Right.
Because she's the one that had all the money. He left. She left. He doesn't really say nothing no more. But now she made another song talking about, I'm sorry that you're jaded. And then in one of the lyrics, she says, I feel bad that you're alone, but you're the one that pick that, pick that route.
Right.
Get over it, Miley. Like, he not saying nothing about you no more.
I mean, at the end of the day, she's making money, right?
She was smart.
I mean, look at Taylor Swift, right? If we really want to think about this, Taylor Swift has a CD for whatever major breakup she goes through, right?
And it seems like a lot.
But that's my point. So if you have all these songs about these dudes doing you wrong, maybe you're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But all that's going to happen is people are hearing the song talking about, go girl, yes, this, that, and the third, and she's making money, so why would she stop?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I feel like she jumped into a relationship
Swift,
just to be like, I want this over with so I can write an album. But for Miley, she's like, they like that first one. Let me write another one.
Yeah.
Because
Well, Miley is talking about that one person.
I
Swift,
know, but
Swift is talking about so many, and then she denies who she's trying to talk
but you
about.
have to milk it. You have to. If they're still feeling your heartbreak music, keep writing more heartbreak music.
Yeah, but it seems like, when it comes to men and women, a lot of the women, even on Facebook, they would throw stuff out there that like try to antagonize
Look,
the.
if you want to talk about Facebook, I mean, a couple of guys that be still taking shots at their ex for no reason.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, who you think cannot let go?
I feel
more,
like
a man or a woman.
I feel like you can't say man or a woman. I feel like it's whoever.
Why, you don't know who a woman is?
We're not getting back into this one. No. It's just the fact that whoever can't let go is usually the one who got hurt.
The most.
Right.
Right.
So like,
but no, there were some people that you're the one that did wrong, but you're the one that keeps antagonizing and throwing in there. Like, you're the one that made everything break up.
Right.
So why you gonna? Now the one that broke up with you, that's the person the brokey, the one that's all broken up. I can see that person throwing out, yeah, I got a new car now. I got this, that. In other words, since I left you because you were holding me back,
right.
I got all this. That I can understand. Like, you want to push them and explain to them, listen, you see, this was you holding me back.
Mm-hmm.
But some people that know I broke up with you, but they're the ones that want to, and low key want to be like, yeah, I'm with this girl, or I'm with this girl. I'm with, like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's whoever was actually hurt the most, because you can have the person. So let's just take, the most common thing, cheating, right? The person who cheated may feel absolutely nothing when they lose that relationship, and the other person may be hurt so bad that they keep trying to take jabs at it, right? Or they could be the one who cheated and then feel like, oh no, I lost the greatest thing in my life, and now they're constantly trying to be like, saying stuff so that way they get their ex's attention. It really just depends on who cared more about you actually breaking up. That is the person who was always taking jabs, because the other person can be like, okay, it's over, let's move on.
Yeah. Because I'm like, so what? Okay, good, bye, hi. Like, plus, like on Facebook and everything, why would, cut them off.
That's what I'm saying.
Your exes, cut them off.
There's a block button for a reason. Just do it.
I don't understand that. Once you break up, what is that person doing? Oh, throwing jazz here. You throw jazz here.
I know people.
I'm gonna write a song about you. Okay, I'll write a song about you back.
Yeah, that's how you.
This
make
ain't
money.
a rap battle.
No, that's how you make money. I'm sorry.
If we're
talking to celebrity level, we know why they're doing it, and it's because drama sells, right? But I'm talking about the average person, like, oh no, that's my baby daddy. I can't get rid of their social media. Yes, you can. You need the phone number to contact for about the kid. And no one else gets involved in the phone number conversation. And I'm not even saying leave text messages, because then that's when people screenshot and want to send it in phone call. Like, hey, what time you coming to pick them up? Okay, cool. Click.
That's it.
It's be that simple.
That's a simple.
Baby daddy, baby mamas, don't use that as an excuse to go and see people's pictures, and then the worst part about it is you don't even talk to them about it. You create these narratives in your head to make the situation that much worse.
Yeah. See? But I like the new Miley Cyrus song, because in there she says, I'm sorry that you're lonely. In other words, yeah, we broke up, but we probably can still be friends. And, like, she's not jabbing him like, that's good for you. That's good for you. See, nobody told you to leave me. No, she's just saying, like, the first song, I'm going to be okay. The second song, she was like, I'm sad that you're not that okay, but you can get there. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, they had a complicated love life, but there was a point where she was low and he was there for her. I think that means something long term,
Right.
Like,
I don't know if can you really build a relationship when the person had a trauma or something. Because, you know, that's why they say if you break up or you have a death in the family, everything, you don't be alone with someone.
Right.
Because then that little sadness, you can click and do something. And then 2 years down the line, like, I didn't really like this person. Like, why am I, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was because that little trauma got you together. And then all of a sudden when you woke up, you're like, damn, he breathes hard. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, you know, so these are little things that you want to watch for. You can't build a relationship like that, like, offer sadness.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the song is good. You know, go check it out. It was nice. I heard a couple of other people singing different songs towards relationships. So that's why I was like, I want to put this down, see what people say.
Well, if we're going to count by music artists, definitely women can't let it go more than a guy. I hear way more women sing songs about...
Yeah, lately, that's what I'm like.
In general, just go throughout history. It's mostly women talking about a bad breakup or their ex or whatever, throwing mad dirt on the name. Guys, I mean, half the time that a guy comes out with a song like that, most people are just like, why are you crying?
I know, right?
Like, why you crying?
I'm crying because then the other girls see I'm sad, and then they'll come to me, and then now I got another girls in the hand. We got plans for that. But, like, you know, and in songs, there is double standards.
Yeah.
Like, the girl sang a song talking about, I killed my ex and I'm going to kill his girlfriend too.
Yes.
In the song.
Yes.
Let a man say that. Boop, boop. Yeah, I know it was a song, but you're planning to kill somebody?
Hey.
No, I was just singing a song. Yeah, okay.
Jay-Z is trying to stop that because these idiots really be snitching on themselves in their music.
Yeah. No, but she was talking about, I'm going to kill my ex. I'll kill her, his girlfriend too. I was like, what? Did I just hear something like, and nobody's boop, boop on this?
No.
Because she's a female?
Yep.
And the females are the one, a Fatal Attraction. You never seen that movie?
Carrie Underwood actually has an entire song about how she like literally just destroyed her boyfriend's car when he cheated on her, right? And no
all
one was
the
just like,
yo, that was a
this
theme
is
song to the
vandalism,
girl.
bro. Like, nah, school's not all right, man.
I say,
And I'm sorry, but a country guy in a country area getting his car messed up and no one's going to jail.
yeah. Well, in all reality, country stuff, like his pickup already was damaged.
Mm-hmm.
It already had all this dents and everything. So he probably never realized it.
I guess.
So I'll be cracking up about it, and all the stuff that they did. Like I just seen a video where this girl literally destroyed the guy's scooter.
Yep.
Just seen the video. You're the one that send it to me, right?
Yep.
So she literally destroyed. I said, press charges. Because if it was you, they would have pressed charges.
Every time I see those videos of girlfriends like trying to break their boyfriend's PS5, I'm like, you're lucky you're alive. Because either the cops should have came and did something, or he would have probably killed you. Like,
Listen,
that camera just would have been evidence.
And this is what, again, people talk about the double standards of men and women when it comes to something like that. Because men sometimes don't want to take that, no. Like, yo, if I was his neighbor, I want to press charges. Sir, you can't press charges. Well, I'm pressing charges for him. I'm going to start the process. Because if you don't do it, they're going to keep on doing it. Just like some of the women now are slowing down hitting men. Because now men are like, that you did the two-piece and I gave you the biscuit with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to hit me 2 times, bam, there you go. Here's the biscuit. If you get back up, I'll give you the Slurpee with it. You know what I mean? Come on now. But a lot of them have stopped doing it because of that reason.
Well, there's also more women holding each other accountable.
Right.
Right? Like the fact that there is this double standard. There's a double standard in a lot of things, but especially with that, right? How like no one talks about the domestic violence that's done upon men because if men speak up, then they're weak, right? And so, women speak up for those men now. Right? And then men get in way more trouble if they fight back, but we tell women to fight back. It's a very complicated scenario there.
If you're getting beaten, leave.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you got to fight back, which is that show Enough.
Right.
But if it was vice versa, where Fatal Attraction came, remember that movie? All of a sudden, in that movie too, they didn't want to believe him. And he kept saying, she's doing something to me. Now they got the Fatal Attraction series where he's in jail saying, let me tell you why I did this. So now he's telling the whole series is about him where it got up. So why is he in jail? I'm not going to say why because I haven't finished the series,
Right.
you know. But it's basically she felt for him and he didn't want to be with her no more, and she went through all this. But she's not the one that's going to wind up going to jail.
Of course not.
So that's what I'm saying. The double standards on this has to change, and it changes with press charges on her. I would have not even gone up to her. I would have been like, yeah, no, she's doing it right now. Oh no, she just broke the headline.
How often are the cops going to believe a guy that he has a stalker? That's a female.
Come on. I had a stalker, and I married her. You know what I mean?
And that right there is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we always say that. I always say that she stalked me. That's why she came over, you know. And I felt bad. I didn't want to send her back. You know?
Oh no! Oh no!
That's my story.
Sticking to it, I see. On air.
Yeah. No. But you know, when he started destroying the car, the scooter, he was not even in the photo on the video in the beginning. He was upstairs. That was enough time to call them. 911. Yeah, I got this crazy nut hitting my scooter, breaking it down. Yeah, where's she? Right now? Oh no, she just broke the headlight right now. Yeah, she's still down there. Can you come? And then I'll start recording it.
Yep.
But it took a neighbor to record it.
Yeah.
And he going down there to try to stop her to finish breaking what? Let her finish. It's already destroyed. What are you going to do? So you going down there, and she's going to try to attack you, and you're going to protect yourself. Now guess who's going to jail?
Yeah.
You, because you're the man. And this double standard stuff needs to stop. It goes down to child support. And this is what I got to say about not only child support, but child custody. They say there are a lot of fatherless homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have 90% of the mothers being single parents.
Right.
Out of that 90%, you have 60% of them that can't take care of their kids. Out of that 60%, 30 to 40% of those kids are being taken away, putting on foster care. But out of those percentage, the fathers were able to take care of them, but you didn't give it to them. So who is causing the fatherless homes?
The court system. However,
Think about that.
However, in their defense, breast milk.
Shoot, if you can sell panties online, you can sell breast milk online.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? So and I'm talking about the government, not the man, because we still don't know who he is.
She may not either.
And yeah, that.
Hey, Maury's off air,
right?
man.
Maury's off air, so I can't find out who your dad is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Jerry retired and then died, so we can't. But
that was too soon.
yeah. I think right.
I felt my heart sink on that. I was like, no.
But in all reality, if you think about it, that's where the fatherless homes are coming from, because you're not allowing, and then to top it off, you're telling fathers when they come to you and say, hey, I'm not going to pay child support because I can't see my kid. What did you say? That has nothing to do with it. Excuse me? So if I buy a car and I'm never using it, never seeing it, I still got to pay monthly payments?
Technically, yes.
No, but it's not my car.
It doesn't make any sense. Look.
It doesn't make sense. If I pay for the child, I know a lot of people probably going to attack me, but if I'm paying child support, which I do, I got to pay child support, right?
You should be able to see your kid.
I should be able to see my child.
But
It's not one of the...
It shouldn't be that you're paying.
No, I'm
for
just
your
saying.
child. No, but what I'm saying.
But don't tell me I got to pay child support because I'm a dad.
You're providing your financial responsibility. So that should entitle you to see your kid. What I'm saying is, if you have a car, right?
Right.
Let's say you bought a car from a store, right? So this is like you making the baby with the lady. However, something happened. There's whatever accident, whatever the case may be, right? The dealership is still going to hold you responsible for those payments, despite you not actually being able to utilize the vehicle.
Yeah, but when you want to go get the vehicle and see the vehicle, they're not going to stop you. See?
Who gets a car just to look at it, man? This is Jay Leno.
I know. And who the hell break a car up anyway? Scratch that. Rewind. Anyway, but the thing is with the courts, they say you have to pay child support because you're the dad. Okay, so I want to see them. Oh no, because you're not the dad yet. Wait.
There's a simple way out of this. Don't sign no birth certificate without a blood test.
No, and that's the funny part about it. They allowing it started around 2000 something. They allowing people to put fathers on the birth certificate without the father being there.
That's bullcrap.
So they put the father on. Now this guy could have been in the moon for all you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then all of a sudden he come down and he's like, "Wait, I got a kid? When
Wait,
this happened? I
what-
was in the moon for like 20 years."
What's
Like,
Jay-Z's real name again? Because I'm gonna have my girl write his name on the birth certificate so we can get some money.
get some money. And then it's taking them a long time to take it off. Now they got to go through the blood test. Now some states, you got to get a court order to get a blood test.
Oh,
Excuse me?
That makes sense.
No,
though.
it doesn't. Because if you put my name on a birth certificate, I'm going to tell you, listen, I'm not the father. Let's do a blood test. Because that's what they did in child support. They used to
Right.
give you the blood test. So
But
there
that's
will
the-
be no problem
But that's
with
the
it.
thing. There's a legal document with your name on it. So for there to be a legal way for this to happen, I'm not saying it's right. It just makes sense.
Yeah. And if, by all means, okay, give me a court date. But you're stopping the child support until that.
Exactly.
They don't.
That should be how it works.
They don't. They continue the child. So the mother can go to child support, and I've seen this happen, Pennsylvania. The mother can go to child support on Tuesday and file for it. You don't get that paperwork until next month, let's say.
Yeah.
And then you go to court, and they be
And
like,
you
"Yeah,
back pay.
you owe back pay for what? You just gave me this paperwork." But a man goes into for child support. First of all, they look at you weird. But you go to child support, and they tell you, "Do you who's the mother? Are you sure? Can we get the paperwork?"
Are you sure?
They-
It came out of her.
No, but they want paperwork to say that that's the mother. They want everything to show that that's the mother because you have custody of the
Right,
child.
right.
So they want everything court ordered and everything stating that that's the mother. But the mother goes in, they don't ask for none of those
They just
papers
know the name.
for the dad. So this is the double standard and the things that we as men and people, I know women go through a lot of stuff with the businesses and I can't be high corporation because men rule it. But we're not speaking about that. We're speaking about raising children.
Which needs both.
And you need both, but the government and yourselves stop the father from being a father. So that's why you have all these fathers. Now, there are single fathers out there, single fathers that have no mother helping them, nothing like that, because you can't be a single parent and the other parent is involved. So there are single fathers, and there are, how they call them, fathers with full custody.
Right.
So, but they don't get help. They don't. A father with full custody or single father can go to like welfare or something like that. The first thing they tell you, you can't get a job.
Yeah.
You go to unemployment, you can't get a job. This lady right here, you just gave her the money and she can't get a job.
I think part of the issue too is that the extreme scenarios for a guy to actually get custody,
Right.
you would figure that he has to be somewhat stable.
No, but that's the thing. Half of the
'cause it-
people, half of the mothers that they give it to, no,
No,
they
it
say
doesn't work that way.
they say you have to have time for the kid. The father got that. You have to have money. That father got that. You have to have a home. That father got that. You have to have family. Well, maybe that father don't have too much family. Well, I got family. Okay, give the kid to her. Like, wait, whoa. They look for a reason to give. The
Yeah,
kid.
they look for any reason.
And that's the problem. It's like, if I'm not saying that all mothers are like that, but the mothers that are no good. How many people you seen outside, crack mothers with their kids?
Yeah, with their kids. Yeah,
But then you see a crack dad trying to be a father to their kid, and they take them away.
Well, to be fair, no crack parent should have their
No,
kid.
I'm just saying, but
In
you
all
see how
fairness.
both of them
Yeah,
are crackheads,
yeah.
but
And
you'll take it away
you'll give-
because the
you'll give
father's
them
involved.
right,
But the
yeah.
mother's involved. You talking about, yeah, we can take
We
you
can
to
give her a
training,
chance.
we can help you
Yeah.
out.
A whole bunch of things in place for women. A
Yeah.
whole bunch of things in place.
So again, in those sense of the matter, we need to make a change in those sense.
There is.
There has to be better ways, and then you go and you wind up, let's say, getting divorced or something.
Mm-hmm.
A mother gets the only one that it was one celebrity female that got hit big time. Brittany, right?
Yep.
That got hit for a lot of money.
Kevin Federline is the man.
And he was the one that broke that. And everybody's like, oh, but he could have gone to work. You could have gone to work too when you did it to your husband. But since a man did it, now it was wrong. No, that's why he got high fives from all the guys
I
because
think we
finally
know two-
he did it.
We know two women who got so rich just simply off a divorce that they have more money than Oprah,
Yeah.
right? Off a divorce.
Off of a
not,
divorce.
Not because they worked for it.
Well, maybe they did.
On your knees does not count.
No? Well, how the other ones get money?
Oprah actually.
The night people, if you know what I mean. They work for it, right? So they just high quality.
I mean, they could be pillow princesses. We don't know they work
True.
for it.
Yeah, that's true.
We just know they were there.
But yeah, and they now they trying to fight that because there's no kid, and I don't care who you think you are. You can be Obama all the way down to this.
Mark Anthony paying like $60K a month.
That's what I'm saying. You can be Obama and you can be the crackhead. There ain't no kid in this world, especially a little baby that doesn't hardly walk, spending $60,000 a month.
Yeah, that's just to help mama out.
And they were like, oh, but helping mama helps the kid. No, helping the kid. It's called child. I'm going to help the child.
I think the argument is that quality of life, that if your kid is used to, like, so let's say you're a celebrity.
He's
right?
a baby. What is he used to?
If
you mean she's used to?
Well, this is the argument the court makes.
Right.
If the children or whatever are set to a certain way of life and you're the main breadwinner,
right.
You have to maintain that lifestyle for them. I'm like,
no.
Then they're at my house, they can have that lifestyle.
Yes, exactly.
When they're at her house,
they have a different lifestyle. Whatever, yep.
You feel me?
If y'all both together,
especially if you're never married.
If y'all both together and everything, and you have a big corporation, $1 billion corporation, all of a sudden something happens, you lost all that billions. Mm-hmm. Do you still got to try to keep up with that lifestyle?
Well, if you want to keep her, you probably do.
Well, yeah, to keep her. Well, let her go then. But there's no kid alive. Before, they used to have, okay, you broke up with your parent. How old is the baby?
Yep.
Oh, 2 years old? Well, he gets $1,000 a month.
That's it.
Well, 1,000,
like a standard.
Now,
yeah.
But it was like a standard. So back in the days, it was like $100, $200 a month.
Yeah.
Because for the Pampers, for things, and it was not like. And then Pennsylvania wanted to take it to the extreme, because I was.
That man really hates PA law.
Yeah.
Like really hates PA law.
I was one of the guys that fought for men's rights in PA. And
get canceled.
No, that's why
men don't have rights.
That's why one of two judges and a cop don't like me over there when they see me. I don't care, but they take it to the extreme because it's supposed to be 2, right? Let's say if you buy 10 Pampers a week, how much the father should be paying?
10 Pampers a week plus 3 bottles.
It should be 5 Pampers and a bottle and a half for you, and 5 Pampers and a bottle and a half for her. No, they want to charge the whole thing to the man. So what is she spending?
Time on her back, chilling.
That's it. So it don't matter. You choose.
know damn well that's Nana doing the work.
And then grandma's taking care of half of them. You know what I'm saying?
I'll pay Abuelita before I pay you.
Yeah, but it should be a balance of. They should take a diagram and find out how much Pampers do a newborn.
Usually go through on average, and
how much? Come on, we got our son here.
I mean,
do we spend $60,000 a month on our kid? But we travel, we do this, and we still don't spend $60,000 a month.
I mean, at the end of the day, the system is built from a time, and like most things in America, there are things that need to be amended because, like you said before, we gotta let the past go. But it's built on a time when women really weren't making any money.
Mm-hmm. When they were housewives. Right. Now, if you were a housewife and then you coming, now I gotta pay your rent and pay your kids' rent because
you weren't working.
You wasn't working.
That makes sense.
Like alimony, you pay it until you get married again, right? So
which is
this
terrible. I'm sorry. Once she starts dating somebody, that should be the end of it.
That should be the end of it. She's not gonna marry because if she's making $60,000-$70,000 a month, she ain't gonna marry this guy and. No, but
most men don't collect alimony, especially if they get married in the state of California.
No, they don't give it to men that fast.
If men get alimony, it's whoever makes the most money is the one who pays alimony, unless there's something in the prenup.
He just said the ones that make the most money. He wasn't making money, and I high-five him for that.
Yeah, he got alimony because she made more than him,
and she's the one that made him stay home.
Do you know how many women actually make more than the men that they're with?
Not much.
Actually, not many. Many will not intentionally date a man if he makes less than them.
Because of that reason. She knows that's in a future bank account.
So it's really rare when a guy is collecting alimony over a woman.
Yeah. So
I mean, to be fair,
Mary J. Blige has to pay the child support and alimony, I think it was. No, alimony.
The alimony.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain.
But that's the whole thing. Alimony should. If you start sleeping with another person.
No, I think it should be based.
But anything that's with any woman deserves it.
Right. It should be based on who broke it off. If I'm the breadwinner.
It should not be based on who broke it
off.
No way in heck.
No, I'm not broke it off. I mean, who caused the damage, right? So if you cause the damage, don't think you're going to be having my lifestyle more. You're going to get like $1,000 a month. That's it.
You know what I mean? Usually, so let's say if a guy is the one making more money, he should get the prenup because the most common thing in the prenup is an infidelity clause, right?
Right.
If we end because you did this,
right,
I don't give you nothing.
That's what I'm saying. If you broke up from mutual agreement, like let's say, I'll give you probably like $5,000. So if I make enough money I can give you $60.
I'd rather give you a lump sum than I have to keep paying you.
Right. So I'm gonna give you this much money. But if we broke up because you played dirty or you wasn't doing wife or husband duties, you're not gonna get
you're not getting nothing.
You're gonna get a little bit of money for the kid. Oh, but this is not enough for the kid. So if you cannot raise a kid, then give me him.
Yep, give me the kid.
I'll raise him.
Give me the kid. You can send me $100 whenever you got it.
Yeah. So it should be, which they started doing after we fought Pennsylvania. They started doing where if you spend this much money, you bring the receipt in.
It is very ironic.
Then it was 35 to 45% the father would have to pay for those jeans or those pants. Women were going crazy over there. Yeah. Why do I have to bring the bill? But what happens if I want to buy this? No, because you don't want to buy this. That's why. You want to do your nails and your hair. So the fathers was fed up.
Right.
Then they started getting fed up because they were taking the money to buy stuff and then asking people for their receipts.
Yep.
So what they did in Pennsylvania, which I applaud them for, they gave them cards.
Yep.
You cannot take out cash. You got to buy everything on that card. I want to see you buying stuff for that kid.
Yep.
The mothers were going crazy about it. And then they folded it and they allowed them to take a little bit of cash out. Because they were saying it was for travel.
Okay.
So, exactly. Yes, thank you, Rosa.
It's still funny he keeps bringing up PA because PA is Pa. It should be for the men.
It should be.
It should be for the men.
No, but that's the problem. It's Commonwealth.
It's common, yeah.
Boston is a little like that, but they're more lenient towards if you're making a little bit more money.
You still
but
can't
they
have a sorority house in Boston.
Yeah,
so
but Boston is a Commonwealth. But I prefer Boston than Boston is Commonwealth. But I prefer Boston. When I lived in Boston, how many of them try to help as much as possible? I go to Pennsylvania, they don't want to help fathers or nothing like that. So you can tell them, no, we ain't moving to no Pennsylvania. Shoot.
Damn.
I'll move to Pennsylvania if I don't have no kids. You know what I mean?
So you're never moving there again.
Exactly. That's my point. You know what I mean? It's like Boston, because Boston, if like, oh, she broke up with me and don't let me see her kids.
Why would you want to move somewhere where the trains are built on cow paths?
Yeah, I know, right?
Exactly.
And their trains are not a big train system.
And they stop at midnight.
Yeah. Yep. I hated that.
At midnight.
One time I had to go from Boston to Wonderland, and I was hanging out, and because my car was parked in Wonderland. Guess where I was walking in the highway?
Yeah.
I was like David Banner in the highway.
Terrible.
I had to walk the whole, and that was a good 45 to 50-minute walk.
I don't know how you can shut down a transit system when the bars are still open. Like that logic does not make sense.
But that's why I thought I was a newcomer. No. I didn't realize that they closed at 12.
But it just to me it's like you're asking people to drink and drive.
Yeah.
No, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yep. And at that time I was like, right. At that time I parked my car in Wonderland and then took the blue line in, well, take the bus to the blue line.
The silver to blue, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to take that bus to the blue line and then when I was hanging out with them and everything, this was a time when they first put Hooters over there. So that whole, that whole bar set, everybody was hanging out. And so I'm hanging out with them, I'm like, we came out of the law. We just won a big case. We all hanging out. And then my friend was like, don't you got to go pick up your car? I said, yeah, go pick it up. But I'm not coming down this way. I'll pick it up and go home. He was like, well, how you going to get there? They're going to close in about 5 minutes. So I thought he was talking about the parking lot. I'm like, no, the parking lot is open. It's wide, 24. He's like, no, the train. And I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
And then the bad part about it, everyone that I was hanging with that day had cars, but they all were parked in their house because they lived in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ask them to go all the way to their house.
And drive you out there.
I'm like, so I just, took the bus closest, and then I just walked it.
The best part is there is a strong like taxi community in Boston.
Right.
However,
it's expensive though.
No. It's not even that. It's that they don't like to pick up from the bars. So
that's true, yeah.
You have a whole city with the whole set up to drink and drive.
Mm-hmm.
Because the taxi won't even take you home if you're trying to be responsible.
Yeah.
We couldn't get a ride from the movie theater by taxi because despite giving them the exact address and explaining it was the movie theater, they thought we were trying to sham them. We're coming from a bar. We're not even 21.
And to walk to the movie theater.
Yeah, we went to go see Wall Street too. That'll also tell you how old I am.
Yeah, but we're running out of time. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. Hope you learned something. All the time, if you're watching this, comment below because we still get all the comments.
Yep.
And we like to see, we can probably bring this subject up even more on any subject that you guys listen to. But remember, this week is wrestling, so hopefully we have something to talk about when we come back next Thursday on the winners and losers.
What is it? It's Night of Champions?
Night of Champions and I was going to say Takeover.
They all used to be Takeover.
Yeah, remember?
It was Takeover this town and Takeover that town.
NXT is doing their stuff on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
it's 1 p.m. too this weekend because they're in, it's 1 p.m. because of the time difference in Middle East.
So check that out. So if it's on pay-per-view, so you don't have to rush to go see it at 12. You can do like me. I'm gonna watch it at night and sit down and relax.
I don't want people ruining it for me.
No, that's why
I'll be on social media all day.
From 12 on, I'm not gonna be touching my phone because I don't want to know, what's going on. And once I get home, we'll watch it. And don't be texting me either.
I'm not gonna be texting you. I'll be watching the pay-per-view.
Because I'll be texting him.
Me. And I'm like, I'm watching it down. What are you doing?
I'll be like, yo, you see this? But that's the night ones, not the day one. Not the day one. But, and then this weekend, if you guys want to come out, I'll be on Jackson Avenue in the Bronx. You can take the 2 and the 5.
2 and the 5.
The 2 and the 5 to Jackson Avenue. Come out. There's a big festival on Latin Festival there. 152nd, so check it out. If you get off of Jackson and you don't know where you're going,
just listen
and see everybody. There's a big thing. It's big. You can see it.
It's like right there on the train station.
As soon as you come off the train station, it's right there.
You're gonna hear it when you get off the train. It's louder than the train.
So we'll be there. Check them out. But again, check out XY101 Monday. It pops up on the
LDM
Radio and on iHeartRadio. Yep. I think the other ones pop up on Tuesday. So check them out because they have to air. We have to air it first before them. So we have a good time and enjoy your weekend. So go Cody. With the broken arm, but I don't know.
I want Lesnar to beat him just cause.
Just because.
That means you get a round 3.
Yep. All right, we'll see you.
See ya.